Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome, welcome.
Hello.
How everybody's doing? This is Rodney Grimes. This is Real Talk. It's Friday, date night, and we are kind of getting in that mode of relaxing, and as we do on Friday night, we try to stay positive and keep the positive energy going, and count our blessings so that we keep moving. Today we have a special guest that's going to be joining us in a little while. She's a breathologist, and I hope that we've been pronouncing her name correctly. Ayo Handy, Kendi. So I'm hoping that's pronounced properly. If not, she will correct us when she joins us.
I'm sure she will.
But one of the things that I want to stress first, I want to say this. We appreciate all the support. Everybody's just been tuning in. We've been trying to take this to a different level. I'm going to have to apologize to you now because I did post some stuff that we will be going to Instagram, and that is not going to happen tonight. So, because I put that on the flyers, and you may have told some people, please accept my apology, because this is a process of me just trying to move forward and do some things, and I'm learning as I go. Again, bear with us. I would appreciate everybody to join in, would share and hit like. Also remember that we are loaded onto YouTube to expand, and as I move forward, that's what my ultimate goal is to put myself in position where I'll be able to understand the technology and be able to get to that point where I'll be able to make all this happen, where I'll be able to zoom in and do Zoom and have the guests being seen. I know it's a lot of people that's already way ahead of me on that game, but it is what it is, because I do this unconditionally from my heart, just trying to make sure that it's real talk, and it's real facts, real situations. It is what it is. So with that said, I have my wife here today. Our meal today is actually a salmon with scallops and a salad. We normally would do the cheese and wine and the little treats on the side with the other little meats and things like that. We also have
Change it up a little.
Yeah, we have a shrimp salad here that we share, and also we have the wine that we do on Friday evening to relax our mind.
And of course our waters.
And our waters. I want to be real brief and say they are lifting certain things, telling you that they're opening up certain things. Please be careful, be mindful. Don't go running out and find yourself in a situation where you're going to regret that. We continuously have to make sure that we are keeping safe distance, washing our hands, doing the proper things, because as you know, in our areas where we live, we don't get the best of the best. So you have to be very, very conscious. And I wouldn't want us to be like the guinea pigs to see if this virus is gone, because they can see, by us going out and not paying attention, that we'll lose some dear ones through this process. I'm sending out a special prayer to individuals in my family. I have some family members that are dealing with some very, very serious issues, and I just thank God for that. We are still in the land of the living, and I ask for your prayers for my family. I don't want to get into too much depth on that, but we are dealing with some things that we definitely need some prayer behind us. I'm trying to just stay, and I'm breathing, so when Miss Kendi get on, I'm going to let her know that I'm taking deep breaths. I'm trying to breathe from my stomach. I'm trying not to breathe out of, like using my chest, and I'm going to learn some things today. Anything would you like to say to Miss Lady Z?
No, just just want to welcome everybody that's joining us. We have quite a few people, so if we don't call out your names, it's not on purpose, but I know Mr. Black is on.
Okay. My brother, how you doing from Alabama, Mr. John Black? Always a pleasure, sir. Always a pleasure. And for everyone else that joined in, I just heard some birds. So I tried
we have some extra guests behind us.
I've been trying to keep them from, they are consistent with trying to build a nest in my fireplace. And I'll be smoking them out and everything, and they still keep coming back. I guess they must got an air conditioner or something up in there that they just
they always come during
this time. Yeah, they always, and they do. They come right around this time, and then they want to start making a noise. So hopefully they don't try to get up in there and disrupt us and make things a little complicated. So with that said, I just wanted to let you know that we pretty much appreciate you, and I don't want to be rambling off. Our topic today, let's take a deep breath. And I say that because after talking to our very dear friend, Miss Rachel Pope, who is also an individual who helps us with our breathing and these type things, she informs us a lot of this is help you with your health. So that's why I'm bringing on these individuals. I have these people to come on because I want you to get some education on how to take care of yourself. We need to change the way we're living. We need to change the way we're doing things and make it important. It's very important that we watch how we eat, start exercising, taking vitamins, work on your immune system. This virus attacks your immune system. So, when they start talking about it, we wondered why so many black people were dying. It's because we deal with high blood pressure, we deal with diabetes, we deal with the overweight situation. We don't have the facilities to go to the hospital and to our private doctors like many people in this country have. They're a little more privileged than we are, and we are being exposed to something that is really, really serious. So we have to take care of ourselves, and we have to stay focused. So again, I just want to say welcome to everyone. Zena may be calling out some names as we go forward and just welcome you in. But I just want to say thank you. Say them birds.
The birds are having date night.
How about that? The birds having date night too. How about that? That's for real. That's for real. So why don't you go ahead and try to get Miss?
First, so this is date night, not just for ourselves, but for you and them. So if you don't mind, if you're joining in with us and you're having a meal or whatever, can you put it in the comments and let us know so that we can acknowledge that. And we appreciate you all joining us on this night.
Right. And we want to know if you got a special dish you want to share that you and your partner are sharing together. If you are doing it alone, that's okay. Sometimes it's better to be by yourself. Sometimes you don't have to share that meal. You can just enjoy it, and what you have left over, put it in the refrigerator and come back and get it, and don't have to worry about somebody else messing with it. But with that said, again, this is date night, and when I say that, that means more so, it's not all about just the date itself. It's about just doing something to please yourself, to make yourself comfortable, get you where you change your way of thinking. See, one of the problems with all the things that we are going through, it's because of how we're living, what we expose ourselves to. Miss Rachel.
Hello, pretty bird.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. It's date night. It is date night, finally. Y'all breathing right now?
Yeah, we've been taking in deep breaths. It's been a little warm today and dealing with some things here and there, but you got to keep that, you take that deep breath in and hold it and then exhale. And what I believe is when I exhale the negativity. Because the way our energy works, we can absorb negative energy from everything. Anything around us, from the outside, from the inside, wherever. But it's up to us to remove it. You can't expect it just to disappear. Sometimes you have to focus on that, and I realize how important breathing is to help you to be able to calm your nerves and put your body in a state where it starts to relax.
Yes. it is a vital part that we need to do more of and be aware of it. And when our special guest come on, she gonna break it down for us even more.
Get her on
And
shortly. We're going to be getting her on shortly.
Yes, and you are pronouncing her name right.
Thank
Ayo
you.
Handy.
Yes.
Kendi. Okay, but she do have another name. She will specify what that is and why. Okay, so I just want to say, since it's date night,
Yes,
I have leftovers.
That's okay.
Okay, from what we shared with y'all not long ago, and that is the barbecue chicken, the collard greens, cornbread, and some jam, and it's of course with special wine. Do I see that wine in it?
Oh, well, we got our special wine that we drink on Friday night, the one that just been working. So if it ain't broke, I don't change it.
At the end of the show, I'm gonna get off here. I want to say hello to the Real Talk family, and I hope everyone be safe and be blessed out there. Enjoy the show.
And I'm sending. We did have a brief conversation. I'm sending some positive energy y'all direction, because some things we cannot avoid. You know, we run across different paths of people, and things can happen that their negativity can affect the way you are. So I'm sending something your way. Tell Sam that as a man, I'm sending it brother to brother. I am my brother's keeper, and he's mine as well.
Exactly.
When y'all came over the other day and dropped off the gifts and everything, I was dealing with something, but I just looking out there when I saw him, that empowered me and made me feel real positive, and I was really happy to see him, and I can't wait till we can really sit down and fellowship on a different note.
Yeah, she's looking for that. He is looking for that. You know, he understood what was happening. He had to do what he had to do to the car, and I enjoyed sharing my energy with my dear bestest friend that day, because it was ain't nothing like a real hug, but that was close enough.
How about that?
That's right.
So
I enjoyed that.
Much
Don't
love.
real quick so you guys can bring on our guests.
okay.
All right.
Hey, real
I'll
quick.
be back on later.
Okay.
Thank
All right.
you.
Okay. Peace.
Real quick, what I want to do is I cannot indulge in food without saying a prayer first. So, Father God, we just thank you for this food. We thank you for this opportunity to fellowship with those who are connected with us through this communication through Facebook. We give you glory and praise. We thank you and send positive energy out to everyone. We ask you that anything that goes in our body be nourishable to us mentally, spiritually, and physically. And we just continue to give you praise and thanks all in your name and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Thank you. Amen.
Amen.
So with that said, let's go ahead and get our guests on. And as I share with you, again, excuse me, went down the wrong pipe there. I'm really excited that I'm looking for us to continue to move forward. Listen, this is not a thing for I'm really just trying to bring you into my life. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to help people to change the way they're doing things, to change the way they're living, change the way they're conducting themselves, get it where we start to network with one another, get it so that we change our bad habits into good habits. And by doing this, I do the real talk. It's open for any suggestions. Anytime that anybody join in, I'm so excited. Again, we are trying to get it so we expand. I have been very conscious about how I go out and network in different areas. And so it's been kind of slowing the process of me being able to do what I want to do to move forward production-wise. Good evening. How you doing, Miss Ayo?
Well, good evening. How are you?
I am blessed. I just hearing your voice, I just received some real positive energy into my spirit.
Yes.
you can just.
Because I'm getting feedback. Well, you keep talking about positive energy, and that's the name of my slogan since 1970, and it came because that's what I've been practicing for a long time, attempting to be positive no matter what. And so I feel it, and I hope it comes across. I smile a lot, even though I've had, challenging times. I smile through the challenging times. And I thank God to have this chance to be able to come on your show because I love your thought that you're trying to help people to grow and change. That's positive energy.
Yes. Actually, I as you'll see, I have it where it's people to people, power to power, positive thinking people. And when I say the people are you, me, and them. So that's all of us that are under God's creation. And then the power we possess, which some of us is at different levels, but you got the negative and the positive, which I deal with the positive power to keep moving forward and to encourage everyone else to do so that we will be able to enjoy these blessings that God has given us on this earth and to keep exposing myself to positive thinking people. So that's PTP, people to people, power to power, positive thinking people.
Oh, I love it. I love it. PTP. Okay, I love that. Yeah.
So with I'm excited to. I'm like, so you are a breath. How you
Breathologist.
I have. If I can say certain ways, certain things, so people don't understand something. Like when I say call or talk, they'll think that I'm from New York or whatever. But sometimes it's just the way that I talk or when I say things, and I be trying to say breathologist. So I gotta practice. I gotta practice saying it.
And
But
breathe and saying it.
can you tell me what that is?
Well, a breathologist is a concept that I have been blessed to build upon. We've been talking about the breath of life, and they were breath workers. And I gained an awareness of breath workers way back there in 1970. But then as I continued to study the path of the breath and learn breath techniques, I realized that there is a real science to breathing. And so my research led me in 2004 to create the concept that a breathology is the art and science of the awareness of breathing, the mechanics of breathing, which means, how does breathing work, just like a car has mechanics, right? And that we need to understand how to apply breathing, because breathing connects to spirit, mind, and body. And so I developed a system that I decided to call Optimal Life Breathologist, OLB. And that a breathologist would be someone who would be a practitioner, who would be a student of the breath, a person who would study the breath and practice using breath techniques. And so breathology became a system of concepts, techniques, and training that would enable a practitioner to have the understanding of better breathing, how to apply better breathing techniques, how to help people be aware that breathing is important, and how to master this concept of connecting the spirit, mind, and body by applying breath techniques. Because we all say we breathe, yet my discovery led me to understand that 9 out of 10 people are not breathing efficiently. We are alive because we're breathing, right?
Yes.
But to have an efficient breath makes all the difference in how breathing maximizes our life, our health, our longevity, our work, everything about life. And so that's what a breathologist is, someone who studies and practices this concept. And I've been so blessed since 2004 to have created a business called Positive Energy Work, where we teach breathing techniques and concepts of optimal life breathology. We have certified over 150 breathologists in 7 states. We have shared the breath to millions of people on radio, TV, and print, on stage, over the internet. And we have exposed the concept of breathology to over 9 different countries. 4 of them are African. Oh. And we have been blessed to have written several books about breathology, and we have a number of DVDs. And we have a show, too, where we teach, we call them workshops instead of workshops, and we teach breathology. And we are hopefully affirming that people are beginning to wake up to the power of the breath. It's so sad that in this time that we're in, there are people who today are able to maximize their breathing. They're leaving us, but most people have taken their breathing for granted. And now we are able to encourage people to have better breathing. I think I was lost in this state.
Yo, you still there? Hello? I think we did. We might have lost it for a minute. Yeah. Okay. Try again. So, one of the reasons I started to pay attention to the breathing, I remember when I was in the Marine Corps, on many occasions when we would be running.
Did I get dropped off?
Yeah, you did. You did.
Okay, so should I say that all over again?
No, you was okay. I just want to finish the statement I'm just making, and I'm gonna let you go right back to where you were.
Oh, okay.
I was saying when you got disconnected there, that when I was in the Marine Corps, I remembered many times when we were running, I had to control my breathing, and it was almost like when I started off that I was breathing one way. And you know where they say that when the second breath kicks in, then now you at that point where you start to get your rhythm. So what I start to realize is that's when I realized that I be breathing correctly, because when that second wind would come in is when I got the rhythm and I'm breathing comfortable with the activity that I was doing at the time, which was most likely running. So,
well, you know, when you run, you have a different breath anyway.
Oh, okay.
So you're getting that second wind probably was because your lungs opened up, and the flow of the breath helped to open up so that oxygen was getting deeper into hopefully the lower portion of the body.
Okay.
But many times when we run, we breathe high in the chest. Short spurts of energy is created because we're breathing high in the chest. You know, we need that quick burst of energy because the chest breathing, you tend to take these short, choppy kind of breaths, right?
Right.
But to really have a sustained breath, even for runners, we learn how to breathe from the lower portion of our lungs, from our diaphragm, all right? And then we learn that breath rises up to the top of our uppermost portion of our lungs without us having to do very much, except to just continue to breathe. So when you went into that next level, your lungs were probably pushing deeper down into the widermost portion of the lung area, which expands the capability of a full, deep breath. And that's our challenge. Most of us are not getting that full, deep breath. We're getting a limited, restricted breath because with most of us, 9 out of 10 people has been estimated in the United States, and then I found out going overseas, there's still a lot of people overseas too, that breathe high in their chest, and that limits and restricts the capacity or the volume of oxygen to build in the body, which means that that volume of oxygen goes into our bloodstream, and then it goes into every organ. It goes into the bloodstream, and then it goes into every organ of our body. So most of us are under-oxygenated brother. And it shows up, unfortunately, in 60 or more stress-related disorders because the body is much tenser, less relaxed without this wonderful meal. And I saw you are eating this great meal, right? So, that first meal is the oxygen in our body. And we speak as a way of helping to see that is that we come into the world, we take our first breath, we leave this world, we take our last breath, but all in between the first breath and the last breath, our lives could be made better because of better breathing, which would increase our life force energy. It would maximize every cellular development. It would enable us to have mastery over clear thinking and greater energy and it's the aging, and it literally enables every cell of the body to do what cells are supposed to do. Be nourished and fed, and then detoxification. So good breath nourishes us, and then we detox because we exhale, we let go of the gases that we no longer need. And this cycle goes on 20,000 times a day, anywhere from 15 to 18 breaths a day, bringing oxygen from the air through the way that we breathe. And without that dynamic, wonderful first breath, last breath, all the breaths in between, all of that breathing enables us to have good health. And of course, when we have good health, what do we have? We have good relationships. Because
Right.
it's really hard to really enjoy life when you're sick and tired and stressed and limited. And poor breathing actually creates those conditions. So you want to have a really good relationship. You want to be able to breathe with your partner. You want to do lots of breathing exercises together. And you'll find that just through breathing together and feeling better, you bring good health into your body. You can't do anything if you're sick. You don't feel even up to kind of hanging out. You know, you don't even look as good with poor breathing. I think so. You don't attract people as well. It's so many metaphors about the breath of life. And the last thing I just want to say in general is that, we live with the food of life for 45 days or more. We can live without water for 21 or more days, but without that first meal, that optimum, essential, critical meal, we're going on home to glory after about, 6 minutes and at the most 7 minutes. And so it's critical. It is life itself. We say everything that has life has breath. And everything that has breath is of life.
How about that? And you just taught me something this where I would consider to be like common sense, but not all of us are aware of everything around us. So let me share something. So I just thought about this. So it's funny that out of everything that we really, really need, the breath is the most important. And when I thought about it, because like say if me and my wife, we were having a disagreement. And we what did you always say, babe? You say we may not have the perfect marriage, but we have the perfect love, right? So, and that's because we try to keep respect within our relationship. So when I get angry and I feel myself starting to get all tense, I don't breathe with a deep breath. I have short breaths. And
that's correct.
And then what I notice is when I take that deep breath and put it, that deep breath sends this kind of chemical reaction to me where I automatically start to calm down. I automatically start to think different. I automatically start to respond different. So when you said that, I sometimes I'll be yelling because I think I got to be talking loud to get in the phone. But when you said that, it just triggered that in my head that a lot of us has to understand how important breathing is. And breathing, it really, really helps you throughout everything that you do. So it's
everything.
So I want to also ask this question real quick. How different is it with young people breathing, and older people. I mean, do
Yeah.
young people breathe at
That's
a...
a very good question. That's a very good question. When we first come into the world as babies, we're all breathing from the diaphragm area, our bellies. You'll see a baby breathing from their belly. And the belly's going up and down. Well, babies' lungs don't form on average until some of them are 3, 4, 5.
Oh, man.
And so they're focused on this muscle that's breathing them. And they do fine. And then, for various different reasons, we began to become chest breathers. And for years, we breathe oftentimes from our chest. Some of us remember to breathe from the lower portion of our body and our bellies. But in general, many of us are socialized to breathe high in the chest. When doctors tell those little toddlers to come in and take a deep breath, a lot of them stick their chest out, you know, and lift up their shoulders, which is not a deep breath. It's an exaggerated, shallow breath. And if we keep that habit going on, which the average person does, then by the time people are in their teens and early 20s, they may notice that they are showing limited progress in many areas of their life, mentally, spiritually, physically, and they don't know why, but the study has shown is that with the limited breathing, they are not maximizing all of their capabilities. A lot of times younger people tend to breathe a little faster than elders, but that's not a rule. But I have noticed that younger people tend to breathe a little bit faster, and that oftentimes young people, because of the world that they live in and everything is so fast, they talk faster and they breathe faster, and it's fascinating to me. And I think that's why so much anxiety within our young population. And many have not been taught how to breathe and maintain that deeper breath. And so you will see many, many young people showing the anxiousness, the panic attacks, huge depression in young people, a lot of brain fog in young people. And unfortunately, today we're even seeing young people showing a number of the diseases like high blood pressure and diabetes at earlier ages because they too are struggling with poor breathing, just like us as elders. Now, I'm so blessed at 68, Brother Grimes. And at 68, practicing breathing techniques for 50 or more years, I have been around some young people, and I get on the dance floor, and I am just rolling because I love to dance, right? And they'll look at me, and a lot of people call me Mama Ayo. They say, Mama Ayo, what are you doing? And I'll tell them, I'm not doing anything but breathing. And they'll say, wow, you can go. Well, we also see a lot of young people who are real worn out. They don't have very much energy.
Yeah.
And it's also because they're not breathing effectively. And so the wonderful thing that you said before you asked that question is that, yes, when we're in stress, when we're in trauma, when we're in fear, what's the first thing we do? We hold our breath.
Right.
Right. And there's a brain relationship to surviving that creates that shift in our breathing, that we take the deep breath, but we hold it, and then let's say we take a shallow breath, an exaggerated shallow breath, and we stick that breath all up in our chest, and that energy that we're reacting to or responding to is a nervous system response. And so the brain says, survive, body, and I know how to turn off the pain. I know how to turn off the tension. I know how to turn off all that confusing energy that's probably flooding your body with that fear, with that anger. And so literally the brain supposedly helps us out. This is part of the reptilian part of our brain, right? Yet, we have to override that reptilian thinking of survival, and we have to encourage our body to breathe so that the pain does not get stuck as energy. And so a great deal of trauma and drama that we have from early childhood all the way up to till we leave here is stuck within ourselves, primarily because we stop breathing. But if we can increase and make ourselves breathe through it, then the energy of some of those maladies are able to pass through, and the body is a healthier body. So every time you move, your breathing changes. The brain, body, mind, spirit is all connected with, hey, let's make this body work at optimum levels, right? And our breathing accompanies that. And then there's the other issue that, yes, okay, I'm going to take care of you. And so our overriding that sensation of holding the breath is a real important component of our concept of breathology, helping people to understand that we all have a sort of a common denominator breath, which would be a deep belly breath that loads at the diaphragmatic area, which is this muscle. But at the same time, learn many breath techniques so that you'll be able to manage life situations and apply the particular breath technique for it. So, we can wake up in the morning with a breath technique, and we can go to sleep at night with a different breath technique. And all in between, different ways in which breathing, shifting the breath and playing with the breath and seeing how breath opens us up and seeing how breath also opens up the mind, the intuitive awareness, connects us on a spiritual level, because every single sacred text speaks of that the Creator breathed spirit. The Creator breathed spirit in the humankind, and we became living beings. And so that whole spiritual aspect of breathing and being open to heal on a more conscious level, along with the concept that the very word spirit, the Latin word spirit, means to breathe. And so there's spiritual connections about breath. There's physical reality about how breath heals us and makes the muscles softer and less tense. And, when we exercise, how important it is to take those breaths before we start jumping around, and doing all these exercises so we can maximize our stamina. And how, if we're going to make love, going to have that real serious date night, there's a different way we can breathe and warm up our body parts, okay? It's so many applications of breathing. And I love what you said. When you're angry, that's when you should really be focused on your breathing. I tell people as couples, if you want to have a really great relationship, hold on. Take a little oxygen, take a little breath of my oxygenated water. Because that H2O, there's breath in that water.
I know, which is very important.
So we tell people to breathe more, talk less. Don't stand and just argue and scream at each other. Stop and breathe together. Stand next to each other, belly to belly, and just breathe. And you'll find that your nervous system will calm down. We teach breathing for domestic violence and conflict resolution. Instead of letting your anger just go out of control, if you can master your breath, you will find that the anger unravels. And there's just so many applications.
Miss Ayo,
The courses that we teach are 16 hours. We don't even nowhere near finish. All we can share with people for 2 days on how breathing can make a difference in your life.
Yes, Miss Ayo. Okay, I have a question that I'm gonna have my wife read it real quick. This is somebody's asking a question that we want to get an answer real quick. What is it?
Okay. Ashika Grimes wants to know, how can we adequately practice this breath work while wearing the mask for safety in certain places?
Oh, wonderful question. Wonderful question. When I had my mask on today and was outside, the mask that was cupping around my nose and my mouth, and it was sort of the paper kind of mask, I found it very difficult to breathe efficiently. I was breathing from my nose, and as my that's your oxygen coming in, and when I exhale, I could literally sense the trapped carbon dioxide coming back into my nose.
Yes.
And it made it challenging for me to breathe. And
Yes.
I'm a very good breather, thank God.
You know what?
So I said, you know what, I'm going to not use the mask. I'm going to use a mask out of cloth. And I'm going to wrap my head like a Muslim woman wearing a hijab, where I wrap my head and I pull that across my nose and I pinned it on the other side, and I could breathe a whole lot better. The cotton fabric is breathable, okay, and that helped. But it was also airflow that came somewhat underneath of this, sort of like a kerchief. I guess, you know, who was that that used to walk around, Lone Ranger or somebody like that, and they used to have the handkerchief tied across their nose and tied in the back.
Most of them was bank robbers.
Yeah, who was that?
The Lone Ranger used to have a mask on, but the ones that had them handkerchiefs tied around their nose, around their mouth, and tied it from the back was robbing the bank.
Okay, yeah, well, it might have been robbers, right? But that concept works really well for where we are today. And I encourage people to be really creative. I encourage people to look at the fabrics that some of the masks are made of. If they're made of synthetics, that's going to cause you to have difficulty breathing through synthetic material. Wearing synthetics means that you're not getting as much oxygen through your skin, which we breathe through our lungs. Close to 70% of our breathing life. 27% is through our skin. The other 3% is breathing through our bowel movements. And so even if you're weighing lots of unnatural materials that don't allow your skin to breathe, you're having some difficulty, right? So, yes, putting a mask across our face of something like cotton, silk is a breathable fabric, linen, if it was winter, wool, that's a breathable fabric. Natural fabrics tend to breathe. Unnatural fabrics that are man-made, they don't have the same capability of breath flow. Oxygenation being able to come in and out. So yes, I'd be very, very willing now to experiment, find a mask that enables us to really still be able to breathe well.
Hey, Miss Ayo. Okay, I got another question for you too. Keena would like to know. So, how is asked about when you're having a panic attack? What is it that you do when you're having a panic attack to get your breathing under control?
Okay, that's an excellent question, Tina. When you're having a panic attack, the breath tends to be, as she stated, out of control. It feels almost as if your heart is jumping out of your chest because your breathing is so rapid, and then you can barely catch your breath. There is literally no control over the breathing. The best way is to practice a deeper breath on a regular basis. And if you fall into a panic attack, I encourage people to consider that they inhale in from the belly, and if they notice that the breath is high in the chest, they have to, I almost say to people, you have to tell your chest to be still and help the breath go back towards the belly breath. And that means that you've already hopefully been practicing belly breathing, okay? That's not necessarily the best time to practice what most people's breathing mechanism is, or their breathing pattern, right? They inhale, the shoulders lift up, and the chest tightens, and the belly goes in. But instead, optimum breath, or belly breath, or diaphragmatic breath, they called all those names. Inhale, the belly comes out. Exhale, the belly goes in, which means that your exhale would be longer, because in the panic attack, your goal is to really get that nervous system calm, relaxed, unwound, go into relaxation response, which they say is the parasympathetic, and the better breath is to actually, as you inhale, belly coming out, shorter, exhale, let that belly go way back to the back of the spine, so that exhale will push out a lot of those toxic waste that is being developed by these stress hormones just swirling around, right? And simply release. Also practice attempting to breathe through the nose, exhaling gently from the mouth, not puckering up the lips, and blowing out like a whistle. When you see in panic attacks, a person's breath is so out of control that you see all sorts of ways in which you're just barely gathering the ability to inhale and exhale, inhale, exhale. So you see people blowing out the breath. You see people actually holding the breath. You have to totally slow down this concept. And generally, through practice, before you have the panic attack, you will be able to manage your panic. Also, we need to encourage people to understand the difference between the panic attack and anxiety attacks. And I saw, brother, I was so proud of you. I looked on your website, and I said, oh, he did a show on understanding the difference between anxiety and panic. And I said, a lot of people think that having an anxiety attack is exactly the same as a panic attack. Oftentimes a panic attack is when your mind has phantom or just kind of overrun, just all kind of thoughts, doom, gloom, everything's about to fall apart. And we panic. Whereas anxiety tends to be more of a overthinking, overanalyzing, trying to figure out, staying stuck in our head and not allowing life to flow, trying to figure out what's going to happen ahead of time, what happened in the past, and we haven't been able to let go, instead of being able to stay present. But the body's responses are very close to the same. We tend to become breathless because the breathing is the response of the nervous system out of balance or out of control. So our goal is to really watch the symptoms that make us see that, yes, we're getting out of control, and everybody has their own symptoms. Some people have headaches, some people start sweating, some people's palms get clammy, some people get dry mouth. Everybody should be monitoring their symptoms that will bring on either one of those attacks. And once they see those symptoms, they should go into their toolbox of breathing.
Yes.
They want to go right into it immediately, hopefully slowing down the breath and being mindful of their breathing.
Hey, Miss Ayo. Okay, so I mean, because it's just for a second. So I pay attention to a lot of people, and mainly myself. So when I say real talk, I'm not a doctor. I didn't go to college for breathology or depression or anything. But what I do is use common sense. And I know that spiritually God has put our body in a certain rhythm. That as you start to understand the breathing, understand the rhythm in which God have us the way we're supposed to live, eat, sleep, and everything, all of this play a factor in the success on us as individuals when we're trying to achieve our personal goals. A lot of people
put themselves in a position, they're wondering why they're not achieving certain things. And it's not so much that you don't know how to go about it, but it's that you don't know how to operate your body in the right position to have you to move forward. So with me, I'm starting to realize that that when I calm down, I take the deep breaths, because I at one time I was having these anxiety attacks, and I was dealing with the anxiety attacks, and then I was dealing with the depression, which I knew were totally different. And I realized that my doctor told me that one of the key things that anytime that I find myself in any one of those two positions, just to take 10 deep breaths, as I take, I think I take the air in through my mouth and let it out through my nose. Is that correct?
You would take the breath through your mouth and then let it out through your nose. And I would suggest that your doctor might have suggested instead to take the breath in through your nose and release it through
my mouth. Yeah,
okay, now
right.
I'm not a doctor either, Brother Grimes, okay? So I don't want anybody in your audience to think that that's what I am. I'm just a sister who's been really practicing and studying breathing techniques, right? Yeah. And my biggest issue in life is that doctors have been telling people a lot of inappropriate breathing concepts for a long time. I mean, I honestly a little concerned right now, because I see a lot of doctors on these TV shows and YouTube, and they're telling people to take chest breaths when here the uppermost portion of the body of most of our folks is already filled with fluid, inflammation, and mucus, right? And there's no real anatomical way that our breathing is effective anyway. And so we've already had all these underlying conditions based on poor breathing, okay? So I encourage people to do what I consider learn their own breath pattern. Right. Really watch how they breathe. And we teach people how to offer people what's called a breath adjustment. You know, really take your hand and put it on your chest. And we can do that actually now. We can have the audience practice this. Okay. Take the other hand and put it right there at your belly button, right? And then as you breathe, look at your body breathing. Notice your body breathing. Notice which hand is going up and down as you breathe.
That's
and become familiar with, are you a mouth breather most of the time? Do you find yourself breathing from the mouth more often than you breathe from the nose? And even breathing from the nose provides the filter that filters out all the particles of the air, which makes it easier for the body to synthesize all this great oxygen from the air, right? But it's just got all these pollutants in it, right? So nose breathing with those little hairs in our nose, and we wonder why those hairs are there.
Exactly.
They're really filters. They're filters, right?
They're filters.
So, yeah. And so breathing into the nose and then gently opening the mouth releases the carbon dioxide, which now is that gas that has picked up the trash of the body, what we call the stress hormones, the neurotransmitter byproduct, all the various ways in which different particles of the body now is released. And of course, the body converts from the oxygen in, and it turns into the gas, carbon dioxide, which then goes into the air. Our goal is to maximize that flow 20,000 times a day, if at all possible. So that means that you will have some people who may find themselves in an asthmatic attack. Yeah, we normally should breathe from our nose. But if you're in an asthmatic attack, you might want to breathe from your mouth. The mouth is bigger than the little two nasal cavities of your nose, right? So you shift your breathing. When I mentioned out air. No, you're pushing out your carbon dioxide too forcibly, which creates an imbalance in the lungs. So the application of breathing, when I speak of it, there's real science to this concept. It means that you can learn a few basic things. The main basic thing is that observe your breathing. If you're breathing from the chest, the vast majority of the times, you will find that you're going to find a lot of tension. You're going to find that you breathe. You will find that your nervous system is out of balance, which tends to create a lot of mental, emotional kinds of concerns that could really be healed through simply changing the way you breathe. And it really means if you feel like you are having a digestion issue and you're not passing, you're not moving that stuff out. The same breath technique that breathes you 20,000 times a day, you can use that same belly breath technique, lean forward, sit on your belly, breathe in and out, and now you'll find that your bowel movement comes down easy. So it's the same breath, but it's a different application of how to apply that breath. So our goal is that, I've said to many doctors, why don't you teach people proper breathing? There's a Dr. Andrew Whale who's been a really esteemed doctor. He's an old associate. I learned a whole lot from Dr. Whale. Dr. Whale, when he first came into the practice, he came in as what's called an integrated practitioner, which meant he, integrated Western medicine with holistic practices. And Dr. Whale really caught my attention way back in the day when he said that the first thing the doctor should check is the way that you breathe, except that if the doctor allows you to inhale and lift your chest up, your doctor is just reinforcing poor breathing. And if we start poor breathing at age 2, 3, and 4, we continue to breathe in that way, then we think that that's effective. But we find that many doctors today, the CDC even have indicated that the common denominator of good breathing habits relate to breathing low and deep, allowing that lower portion of our lungs to receive that oxygen open wide, and then that oxygen is going to rise up to the smallermost portion of our chest, which if you think about it, like you said, logically, is covered by our rib cage, which is that skeleton bone that protects us, right?
Yes.
And so there's really very little space for those small portions of our lungs to open and expand with this oxygen flow that we need, and it's encased and it's constricted. And so our affirmation is that we even have to teach some of the doctors some of the breathing practices, and I've been blessed to have been able to do that. I've been with students, and they said, I don't know why they didn't teach us in medical school better breathing techniques. I don't want to get too deep because it's date night. I want everybody to have fun. But I think that's why we have so many people who are ill, sick, depressed, and all sorts of mental health conditions and all sorts of issues because we're not really properly being taught the number one thing that can make the most critical difference in everything that we do.
That one of the things that I've been realizing in my years of wisdom, and I say that because I'll be 60 next month, and I'm starting to really pay attention to how my body is structured and the things that I know God naturally gave me to help me to better, to live a comfortable life.
Yeah.
So I pay attention to my breathing. I'm paying attention to the type of foods I eat. I'm paying attention to the time that I eat. I pay attention to how I feel in the morning and think about what I ate before. And something that I also want to bring up too. And I realized this maybe about a month or so ago. My wife was asleep, And I didn't realize that, when I was told this, that at some point, even while you're asleep, you stop breathing.
A lot of times we stop breathing. That's correct.
And so when it scared me because I was happened to be watching TV, and she gonna be mad at me when I tell this, but sometimes she'll snore, and look, she gave me that look.
I'm sure she did.
Yeah, but
telling on you, right?
yeah. So what happened
But
is,
you're not alone.
no, but you know what happened? Look what happened. So, she just got real quiet, and I mean, she got quiet for a good while, and then I was like, she's not breathing.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, she took this real deep breath, and then she went back into the rhythm of the breathing while she was sleeping. That was the first time that I saw the body totally. It just literally kind of like shut down for several seconds. And so I start to realize that we need to really become aware of our body and what it does, because God has already structured the body to take care of itself. And so this breathing information is so important. Miss Ayo, I'm gonna tell you, I try not to go too long. We have surpassed our time. It is date night. I actually want to know, would it be possible to get you to come back on?
Yes, I'd be glad to come on. I'm really passionate about this subject.
No.
and I apologize because I can talk about it, so I forget all about time. Yes, I'd be very, very, very pleased to come back on. I can give some pointers to your wife. She's not alone in snoring. There's a reason for that. I'm so glad that you didn't totally freak out because you're right. The Creator brought that birth right on back, and we're so grateful for that. And for your folks who, I'll just say briefly, for your relationships, yes, it's real important to warm up those body parts, and you can do that with changing the way you breathe. There's this real dynamic way. It's called a tantric breath. We want to encourage people to hold each other often and breathe together, belly to belly.
Yeah, we do that.
Remind our children to breathe from the belly.
Yeah.
So when a child is having a tantrum, you want to build a quality relationship with that child and manage that child's tantrum and calm that child down. Put that child belly to belly with you and breathe with them. And you want to laugh often, because laughter is a breathing technique. We want to be careful about our breathing when we eat. We can lose weight if we breathe more and then eat. And it's just so many concepts. And so I just would love to come back shortly and breathe with your audience, okay?
So this is what we're going to do, because we're working on it so that we're going to be able to bring you back, and I want people to be able to see you. And so this is something we're working on. We thought we was going to be able to do it tonight, and we're still working on it.
Okay.
But you are so interesting, and you're an amazing woman. And I just thank you for this opportunity for you to share this information, because it's necessary for us to learn these things so that we can continue to live a healthy and prosperous life.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. And I find you also amazing. I love the puppets. That was so cute. Thank you so much for that. And just remember, there is power in the breath, and you can breathe better to live better. And I'm just so thankful to the Creator that the Creator thought I was worthy to share this information with. And I am the founder of Black Love Day. So I love your date night. It's a perfect time to snuggle up with someone you love.
Yes.
And breathe.
That's right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you. I send you peace and blessings.
And God bless you and your wife also.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
Take
All
Me
right.
too.
Thank you. Continue to breathe deeply, fully, and consciously.
Yes, yes, we will.
Yes. Wow.
This is amazing.
That is
So
amazing.
what I want to do is I want people to understand our purpose is to empower you with information. You know, we can talk about the basketball game, the football game. We can talk about the job. We can talk about bad relationships. We can talk about all that. But what we really need to be paying attention to is changing the way we're living, changing our bad habits to good habits, and take the negatives and turn to positive. I say that because in our structure inside this country, we are exposed to so many negative things that we forget to find the things that God gave us naturally to use to help empower our children to be able to think and to be in better positions for the future. So with that said, I encourage you, please know it's all right. And we could be in the Bible, and we could be talking about the Holy Bible and all of that. That's fine. We could be talking about the Quran. That's fine. We could be talking about lifting weights. That's fine. But what we really should be paying attention to is what God gave us naturally. Even the Bible was written by a man. It was handwritten. God had prophets to do that. And in some cases, I think the Bible has been tampered with. I think just for certain people to have us in a submissive state of mind. That's another story down the line. But I can tell you this. We are naturally equipped to move forward in a positive direction to be able to conquer many things, even this virus that's going on. I know that when we focus, and I want to say this because that question that Ashika asked when we was talking about we wearing these masks, let me tell you what happened. I was in a store, and all of a sudden, the mask that I had on, it almost like it felt I was suffocating. And I was like, did I just pick up the virus or something? I didn't really understand what was going on. But what was happening is that my rhythm of breathing, it had changed because I was being kind of like looking at the surroundings, and I was panicking a little bit, looking at all the people coming around me, don't want to catch this virus and everything, but I wasn't concentrating on my breathing. And so when I took a deep breath and I slowed down a little bit, then I was able to focus, and I realized it was just that the mask actually was holding in that negative air, and it wasn't really being able to escape. So I almost was just breathing that negative air right back into my mouth. Into my nose. So I say that to say, look, let us learn the things that's necessary for us to move forward. Let us get to a point where we get educated. If you want to live of the world, that's okay. But live of the world properly. Get to a point where you're doing things that's going to help you live a long, prosperous life. And get it so that you start to teach your children. Don't be selfish and make it all about yourself. Make it where you are actually giving young people the opportunity to be able to live to 100. And live with it, live to be 100 without having all these sicknesses. Here, we should be paying attention. This is a time for us to be paying attention to what's going on in our household, how we're conducting ourselves, how we're treating each other, and mainly, how we're growing spiritually. Rachel, you going to take us out, sweetheart?
Man, the sweetness, man, I think Ayo took us out with the goodness of breath, because the people that's listening, that is my teacher, my mentor, my sister queen. Vina, she right next to you.
She what?
She right next to you, my best friend
Oh,
back in the
okay.
80s, 70s. That's what I'm saying.
Well, she's
But
now
she
going to
is
be
one-
mine. She's going to
she
help
is
me
one
with
of
my
my
asthma.
secret- Look, you know what I always travel and do for people in the community? I go to her for me to rejuvenate myself and bring myself back to me. Because healers need to be healed too. And she's one of my healers to help me
She's
to
amazing.
rejuvenate my energy back.
You know, and you know what, Rachel? Again, so when I first met Zena, and Zena told me about you and told me about how you be doing different things to heal the body. Now let me tell you a real brief story. Zena first gift to me was to go to what do you call it?
It was a spa.
It was a spa, and I was in this room, and they did all this massaging my body, and it did so much for me. And then she told me about you, and then when I came to you and you did what you did, I was just so I was so surprised and amazed that these certain things, that breathing properly, meditating, just putting yourself in the right environment can do so much for you mentally. And as you remember that day, I didn't want to leave. I was so comfortable. I was like, and I gotta honestly say this, I was like, yo, I hope my girlfriend don't get mad, because, you know, we had just started dating. I said, but I was trying to stay there, because it was just it was amazing what it was doing to my body. So I wanted to share that and just say to everybody, let us start to become aware of what's going on. We're in a time that it's lack of education, the lack of knowledge, and lack of facts, that we are now running around with these masks on, not knowing what we're dealing with, not knowing how we're supposed to be conducting ourselves. Let me tell you something. Exercise. Get in there, exercise. Watch your breathing. Watch what you put in your body, and start to educate yourself on what it is that God gave you, that you naturally have to work with to keep you alive. Hey, so go ahead, Rachel.
I wanted to bend you back on your experiences, because Sister Ayo, she mentioned about the breath. I am teaching you guys something pertaining to self-healing that I use for myself, that I experienced how to rejuvenate myself and find my peace of mind and joy. Because the beauty of sleep is awesome. And I call it the healing sleep, because we all need that. You know how you experienced Zena that you mentioned tonight?
Yes.
With the sleeping, and how the body automatically went to its normal state?
Yes.
Okay. Just imagine when you went in a process, because when Ayo and I and some other practitioners, we work together, I have everybody to experience every practitioner expertise, because it's required before you come to me. And when you come to me, I have that machine that I had you on to do the rest of everything for me. But you already got the basic of breathing, eating right, and letting out your frustration to laughter or whatever it may be, drinking a certain tea to help comfort you and relax you before you go to lay down. Once you lay down, and teaching you that breathing pattern to relax your mind, and then the body, you know, once you bring in that oxygen, the body going to take over. The organs, the oxygen, the cells, all going to communicate together and take you to a place you've never been before.
That is.
That everybody experiences is different when they wake up, and there's a way to wake up that I was trying to share as I think it was the last show. But I'm gonna put a link in here to show people the videos of people respond pertaining to what Ayo and our services has done.
Well,
That.
Yeah. So, you know, before we close out, what I want to again tell everybody, this is an opportunity for you to change the way you're doing things. I don't, you know, I don't want people to assume that I'm getting on here like I'm a superhero and like everything is going good in my life. No, I'm getting on here because I say it's real talk, and I experience different things, and as I do that, I share them because I know many, many people experience the same things. I have some things that's going on around me. And what I've been starting to do was, I thought to remove myself was the proper way to eliminate the issues. But I come to the realization that is not it. What I have to do is concentrate on my environment makes sure that I'm conducting myself, feeding myself properly. I'm getting the proper nourishments spiritually, physically, and to a point where I'm treating my body like God wants me to treat it. And then it makes it, when I deal with other people, then I deal with them totally different. They don't have that control over me to make me feel negative. They don't have that control over to make me feel sick. I just get to a point where, you know what, I look at them and say, yo, I really don't have to deal with you, because I can move on, because I'm in a place where I'm now understanding how to function and to take care of myself with this growth. So with that said, hey Rachel, I wanted to do a special thank you to some people. You're at the top of the list besides God. And I say that because I want people to know that a lot of the people that I be getting in contact with, I get through you, and I thank you so much. I also wanted to put a special thank you out to my niece, Ashika, who's actually came in a few days ago, gave me some ideas. She came in today, been trying to help move forward, and I want her to know how much I appreciate that. I also want to thank Miss Ayo, because she has given me some more knowledge to help me to be a much wiser man in dealing with myself and how I deal with other people, learning about breathing. And without a doubt, you know, I thank my wife, Zena, who is, you know, she my ride or die. I mean, it's funny that I'm just learning all this right now, but I say it's better to learn it now than later, or never. And with that said, it's people to people, power to power, positive thinking people.
And
Hey, Rachel.
raise your glasses. And also, Desi and Troy, I know that you guys are grilling. You didn't say what you were grilling, but I know you're with us. And we appreciate you.
Hey, we love you. We love everybody.
Everyone that has joined in with us, and your comments are very, very welcome. We appreciate it. So raise your glasses.
And this is to you, and to know that it's people to people, power to power, positive thinking people. Hey, we love you, and we just send you peace and blessings. Hey, Rachel?
Hey, yes.
We'll do our pep talk in a few minutes.
Yes, I got you.
All right, love you, baby.
Love y'all.
Peace.
Hey, peace and love to everybody. Hey, remember,
Thank you.
yo, we on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6:30. We're actually trying to move to Instagram. You can go on YouTube. I did have my Cash App on there. Let me say this. I'm not a beggar. What we're trying to do is get studio equipment. We're trying to move into a studio. We're trying to take us to a different level. Once I start to doing my events, putting on, you know, different showcasing and different, I believe in supporting my area and my community. I am from the DMV, and I love this place, and I want to continue to try to support it in any way I can. So if you do feel like sowing the seed into my Cash App, feel free to do so. I promise you, all you're going to see is that you will be blessing yourself, because what I'm going to do is continue to go forward to try to be the best I can be to help you, because I believe in people to people, power to power, positive thinking people.
Oh.
And don't forget about me.
Come back over. You can't see it.
Uh,
Can't see
you-
it. Come back. You still can't see it.
Let's see. Oh, there we go, yeah. You can see me now, right? How you
You
doing?
got your 15 seconds of fame.
Oops, look at me. But anyway, hey, this is a good friend of mine.